Many people first make something and then try to find an audience for it. Usually it's more efficient to first consider your audience and adjust accordingly. This requires a certain fearlessness, not being afraid of people's opinions or criticisms. True opportunity comes from gaining insight into other people's lives and their environments. Approach life with an open and fearless spirit, open to new experiences and ways of looking at things. If you have a certain audience in mind for your product or service, get as close to them as possible. Understand their dreams, resentments, and frustrations. Their perspectives become yours, and the connection deepens. Create a back and forth dynamic where people give you honest feedback and ideas straight from the source. For example, instead of reading news articles and scientific reports about a certain demographic, visit a neighborhood you want to know about and talk with the locals. Respond to people's criticism objectively. Imagine that someone is holding up a mirror to you and describing any faults. The mirror doesn't lie, and your ego can't protect you. Remember that to truly understand and study something, we have to immerse ourselves in it. The true master can endure hours of practice and repetitive tasks, knowing that over time, this will morph into pleasure and mastery over something. This is how lasting skills are built. Always remember what your larger goal is. This will help your mind recognize that slow and boring tasks will have a long-term benefit, and it will be worth it in the end. Choosing a career that excites you in some way will also help with this. When we think of outstanding people throughout history, it is easy to become impressed with their achievements and feel like they were almost superhuman. We often forget that they too underwent an intense learning process to master their craft. Everybody started somewhere. The book outlines some strategies for developing through the process to mastery. Trial and error is a must. By getting practical experience and learning from your failures, you see what works and what doesn't in real time, and your brain learns and adjusts accordingly. Start with the basics. When something seems overwhelming, focus on the simple aspects and the core fundamentals. You are also training your brain to feel confident in new skills and knowledge. Internalize any rules and patterns. When learning something new, observe the patterns and how people react to common obstacles. This will give you great insight into how something works and will teach you common mistakes that people make. Don't forget the details. The big picture is important, but remembering the little intricacies will set you apart. Do your research and study a wide range of materials. And lastly, be naturally persistent. When you were growing up and learning to walk or ride a bike, you just kept trying until you got it right. Rediscover this mindset and don't give up. Obstacles usually fall apart from a sustained and persistent attack. Aim high and truly believe that you will achieve great things. Your sense of self-worth should come from yourself and not the opinions of others. Remember that freedom is a state of mind, so the more open-minded you are, the bigger your potential. Assert your own free will and individuality. Move beyond any limits that society or other people try to place on you. Of course, this is easier said than done. Here are some useful strategies to help with this. Defy all categories. People will try to pigeonhole you into predictable categories that are easy to manage and understand. Resist this by staying unconventional and unique. Constantly be open to change. The world will always judge your actions, words, and appearances. Don't be afraid to evolve and reinvent yourself. As long as the changes are genuine, you will cultivate an air of mystery and respect. Become aware of mental patterns. We have many routines in our lives that we are not even aware of. Our minds get used to them and we stop growing. Consciously do something different and break your routines. Meet new people, visit strange places, and take different routes. This will enhance your creativity and expand your mind. Create a sense of destiny. Believing you are destined to accomplish something breaks your restrictions and fuels your willpower to do extraordinary things. And lastly, bet on yourself. Truly believe in your ability to try new things and take calculated risks. When others fear new directions, boldly move forward. These things will help create a solid sense of value and will make your confidence and strength contagious. You will ignore manipulation and negativity to reach the high standards that you set for yourself. Embrace the thought that you will die someday. Use it as a motivation to be fearless and judge what is truly important for you. Once you overcome the fear of death, you have nothing to fear. Always be willing to walk away. People will respect you for not being clingy, and they will start to fear what they could lose. And if it doesn't work out, there is always the next opportunity. When you confront your mortality, your days take on a greater meaning. You have more purpose and direction in life and waste less time. You get a sense of urgency and commitment. Petty worries and anxieties fade away. This idea is largely explored in Stoic philosophy. Seneca said that to free yourself from fear, you need to work backwards. Think first of your death. Accept it. By doing this, you will teach yourself to lead a life worth living. To extend this point, keep feeding your sense of awe. Visit endless landscapes, observe monuments from the past, and immerse yourself in customs from foreign lands. These experiences will put life into perspective. At the end of the day, death comes for everyone. It is what links us all together. Without death, there cannot be life. There is a sense of connection to be felt from this. All humans share the same fate, and when we look at the people around us, we should remember this. Death is not the opposite of life. The two are intertwined, chains in the same cycle. Thank you very much for watching the summary. I really do hope that you got something useful from it. And remember, if you don't know what time it is, it's time to improve.